If you like to learn how to do graffiti wild style, this video is for you. What's up YouTube and graffiti artists? My name is Louis Sting Chang, and today's video is I'm gonna teach you how to do the wild style letters. Okay, and the name I'm gonna be chosen today is gonna be Danielle. So all the Danielles in the world, this is for you. And also it's gonna be the me I'm gonna be chosen. It's gonna be color markers. I haven't done it for a while, so it's about time I start doing it again. And see what else I have to say. And then I'm gonna add I'm gonna use a sports as a theme. It'll be a guy skiing, it's gonna be somewhere around here. So I'm gonna teach you there about the graffiti, how to do a graffiti style, wild style of course, and then how to do the human figure. So that's gonna be like around here somewhere. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna start right now and tell you what's going on here. When I first start, of course, it's gonna leave this. The letter is gonna be down here, and then you can leave some space for the character. Then turn to the lettering. Okay, we're gonna start from here. To set up to give us some particular flow. It's gonna be like a straightforward flow. Nothing really fancy. You start drawing lightly the draw the lines on the top, the ones in the middle, and one in the bottom. Right, so give it these borders so that way it gives me the shape I want, the letters I want to put in to fit in within the page. And sometimes the best thing you could do is really, if you want to start the lettering, let's say for example, if you draw the lettering too big, and as you go on, oops, it comes right off the page. So avoid that problem, it keeps it in centered, right? So what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna use the calligraphy letter style. Of course, that's gonna be developed to wild style. So let's get started. And what I'm gonna do in the process of this tutorial, it's gonna be let's say for example, I'm gonna be talking, and then I'm gonna stop talking and put some music, and you just watch this process of me drawing it. So that's gonna be back and forth throughout the whole tutorial. So let's get started. Over here we see Daniel in calligraphy style. This can be, when you start your wild style, it's best not to get into style right away. Or you have to really simply do, you go to Google, get a particular font style you want to be interested in drawing, and just do it. So basically I decided to pick it in calligraphy style, and from then break it down to a wild style. You see the D, the A, the N, I, E, and L. Right, so you notice that to start the foundation of the wild style, you gotta start these letters can be the foundation of the wild style. Draw very lightly as you go. Okay, so that's it. Just keep everything within these baseline. We got the bottom line and the top, and I'm trying to try to get everything like anything, these little additional structures of the lettering is in the center. It's like when you was back in school, in elementary school, they teach you how to do the alphabet, and they draw these lines in the top and one in the middle and one in the top and the bottom, and use the one in the middle for the lowercase letters. But keep in mind that in graffiti you could take the lowercase letters and make the same size of the uppercase letters. Okay, that's basically graffiti style. That's based on my knowledge. Okay, so this is the basic font. Keep it lightly. Now I'm gonna end up. This is actually, I forgot to tell you, this is stage 1. So we're gonna move on to stage 2. I'm gonna stylize the lettering. Alright, so this is should be, let me see, stage 2. When I end up stylizing letters. Keep in mind that when I was like starting out, I started out with this particular font, which is the calligraphy. And you notice over here that when you look at the D, this got this kind of design here. But then I bented it. And one thing about my style that actually, if I get a straight letter like this, will actually bent it. So everything has like a straight letter, the A, the N has straight, the I, everything basically straight down. So basically I just bent all the letters right in the middle. So that's why I got this line over here just to keep the flow going. And then one thing I've noticed, if you notice that this over here, these kind of like little marks, I still kept it. Alright, I forgot to leave this over here. But there's probably another mark over here. Okay, so that, this all this little detail, like you see over here, or is in still within the lettering font. So one thing about the star, that I connected all the letters, they're much closer. And then when you draw all the lettering, in terms of spacing, it's gonna be connected. So it's gonna be like, you know, when I start inking it, be connected. Something probably overlap a little bit as I ink the lettering. Then okay, I think that's about it so far at this particular stage. So we're gonna move on to stage 3, where I'm gonna start adding the arrows. But I just stylize this as is. I'm satisfied with what I have here. I'm gonna continue with stage 3, and that is the arrows and the connections. So this is I made all the connections with the extensions, the arrows, and you notice you can still see the extensions over here, the D, the A, the N, the I, and the E and the L. Of course, now I'm gonna keep you. I'm gonna let you know a little about something about the extensions. I mean, I think when it turns over the arrows, I mean, once you did it like an extension, you could do from here, like keep within the arrow between the lettering. You know what I'm saying? Go a little bit more if you like, but every time I do extensions, it usually stays within the letter or under or above. And then of course you have to connect them. I know it looks kind of complicated, but I mean, as you would see me draw, you see and have some idea how go about it. But the most important thing, I decided to put the arrows here. Sometimes I used to put the arrows in the bottom, but this time I put the arrows in the bottom and also in the top also. So I guess I really want to fill this in with different arrows and extensions and stuff like that. Now the one thing I need to address, real very important, that any negative space you see between the letters, add little bits and pieces, little arrows, whatever. I mean, you just use your imagination. That's how you're gonna figure it out. But very important. So of course I'll probably make some other changes. Just look at it and see what else you'd like to add. But I think I have enough. I'll probably add some more later on. But now the next thing you know, I'm gonna work on the perspective. That's gonna be in stage 4, I think. So before I do this, I mean, matter of fact, I'm gonna show you right now. This is gonna be stage 4, but then the perspective is gonna be right here. This is gonna be the viewpoint. Okay. So we're gonna be right here. Okay, I'm gonna start drawing it now. This is if you notice, I was doing the perspective drawing part. This can, I think, to be chapter stage 4. You notice I put this little dot over here. This is called a vanishing point. So anytime I did I tried to take the vanishing point, connected to all the corners of the lettering. If you see, when I was drawing, connecting all the points to the corners, to the, or all the lines to the corners. Right. So I'm not gonna show you the whole thing. I did show you a little bit, but as I start inking it, I'll put the rest of it in there. I'm gonna show you a little example what I'm trying to do with the perspective. I'm gonna start like doing a little sketch, right? Let's say this is a box, right? Okay, let me get a little closer look at it there. Okay, got it. All right, cool. So this is a box. This is the front of a box. Now, my viewpoint, let's say for these letters over here, right in the middle. So you took her. If you take a ruler and connect everything to all each corner. So that's what I did, like this. Okay. Now, whatever thickness if the box is, I say, well, I'm gonna go this far, right? So all the lines would connect with the box, right? Now, if I take out this out and let's erase it to make a box. So this, what you see, that's it. You know, so this is the front right here, and this is the back. And you can see the other corners right here. So that's what I'm trying to do within this piece. This is like more three-dimensional block letter, and that's what I'm trying to do. But everything is focusing. Okay, I'm just gonna go back again. Okay, there you go. Right. So that's what I'm trying to do here. You know, everything is connecting to everything. It's like, let's say, just like the box, it's gonna be all connected, all the lines, to every corner to the vanishing point. Now, in perspective drawing, if you want to know more about perspective drawing, you can check a video on perspective drawing 1 point, 1 point, 2 point, 3 point perspective drawing. So yeah, that's about it so far with this. The perspective, we're gonna move on to stage 5 for the inking. Stage 5, and you notice that when I first started out, I started with a much finer point and I outlined it, and then again outlined again to taking up the lines, the outlines, so you can see where it's out with the outside around the letter, the name became thicker, and then where it's inside within the letters becomes thin. Well, I got a little bit thick to thin here and there, but I kept it, you know, pretty thin and very thick from the outside. Of course, I'm gonna add more detail in later on doing the drawing, but since I'm gonna add some colors very soon, I'll probably leave it for later on. So basically, if you want to know more about let's see, pen and ink drawing, ink drawing actually. Check out videos on pen and ink drawing. You can also check out comic book inking, which is pretty good to watch in terms of line weight. Because let's say, for example, if I had a background, the outlines are going to be thinner than whatever's in the background. The lines become thicker. The same concept, the way I look at it, like in terms of painting, the value is much lighter in the background than whatever's value is much darker comes from the foreground. And we have color temperature. We have cold, which is for more storage in the background, and more warmer colors, more warmer colors in the foreground. So it's all sort of the way in the same concept in some way, but this is just outlined. But since I have nothing in the background, which I'll have soon, but okay, so I guess that could say for this. Now I'm gonna work on the character, which is the ski guy or skier, you want to call it. And I'm gonna talk about a little about figure drawing, so it's gonna be pretty important for you to watch. So let's get started. One thing I might add, remember the when I'm talking about the perspective and I want to do the 3D block letters. You notice that right now, since you can see clearly now, I erased the pencil lines and stuff like that, and you can tell all the lines are direct to the viewpoint. If you see right now, you see read it now. What I was talking about, all the lines match the viewpoint, right? So yeah, we're gonna work on the character. So what you see over here is a human figure, a male, a guy skier, and I'm gonna talk about a little about the human figure. As you notice, I was working on the stick figure, as a stick figure, very sketchy, like what I'm saying. Just when you do it, just a gesture drawing, and then you get the particular pose, that you want. And really, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this. Gonna be how you draw the human figure. Well, basically, you have to know the human basic proportions. You say, for example, this head, for example, the head. First, the head. If you want to measure in terms of the height of the torso, the torso is about 3 heads in height, and the width of the torso is 2 heads in terms of width. So the arms is about, if you had arms standing straight, and if I had the body standing straight, the arms gonna be like the same height of the torso. And like the forearms, actually the width of the arms here, you can say half of the head, really, if you would like cut the head. But the head's actually in 3/4 view. And this view is more like a bird's eye view, almost looking down at him, but he's tilted a little bit. That's gonna also do with perspective, actually. But and the legs actually head about 4 heads high. I mean, in terms of tall, actually, in terms of length. The width of the legs of my head, the same width of the head. So to get better perspective on this, I think you have to need to go to there's videos on how to draw the human figure, and they will teach you in better detail about that. So I'm just giving you a crash course on that just to have an idea. And most likely the arms, like the legs and the torso, basically the same type. But when something is foreshortening, that's something that is safe. The legs are foreshortened because at an angle, or sometimes, let's say, for example, look at this pencil, for example. and let's say this is the arm. So you raise the arm is raised until you begin to raise the arm a little bit more. You notice the length of the arms is shortened. So that's what I'm talking about, just to have an idea what I'm talking about. So okay, I'm gonna just finish. So if I want to take too long on this because this is graffiti, I'm gonna start adding the colors now, and of course I'm gonna explain to you. I'm just gonna go ahead and color everything until I finish. Of course, it's gonna be a little more outline with the characters, but you already talked about the inking thing, so you seem to be understanding that. So we're gonna start coloring now. And of course, this is when I restating, like I said, darkening the outline and then erase it so that we can start coloring. But you're gonna see when I start coloring. So we should be. This is what, stage 6. So I just finished coloring it. So we're gonna talk about a little bit about the colors I used. I'm gonna say for this, what is the color scheme? So we artists actually use a particular color scheme when we create paintings or drawings or whatever. It means in art is the selection and combination of colors in a work to create a unified, evoke specific emotions and achieve visual harmony. So I'm gonna talk about what kind of colors I use, and then I'm gonna go up here real quick. Alright, and this is the colors I use for the skier. I decided to use complementary colors, like we got red and green, which is actually opposite of the color wheel. And then over here, if you notice that this technique over here, because I just want to show a little bit about the movement, so I decided to use the light color, light version of red, like version of green, and then as a movement, you know. And the skis, I decided to use the color white is natural, a natural color. All right, so we're gonna work down over here. So the colors I used, I decided to use I'm thinking in terms of orange. So the orange I used is gonna be with darker orange. We have the lighter orange and the darker orange. I think it's burnt. It's an orange and then burnt orange. There's two oranges, one light and one value. That's gonna be for under the monochromatic color scheme. Monochromatic color is monochromatic color monochromatic colors means using any shade, tint, or tone of the color So that means you just take orange and you take the lighter version of orange and the darker version of orange, like looking in the value scale. So now I look into titrad colors. So the colors I use in titrad colors in the color wheel, it's gonna be orange, violet, blue, and yellow. So it's like if you look in the color wheel, you will see that, you know. For if you need to get a color wheel, you all you need to do go to any art store and have it. But in this case, I didn't have the particular colors I need for this particular one, so I use see burnt orange, and then I have let me see, gray lavender, light blue. Let's see what else color I have, and then yeah, that was and then the purple. I decided to use a lavender. That was the color I used. So it doesn't have to be the same as. Okay. So and then over here, let me see, complementary colors. Okay, I think that's what we need to say about the colors, and that's it. If you want to know something about markers, I use the alcohol-based markers. Okay, that's the markers I used. Alright, so this is the piece. If you want your name in graffiti Wildstyle letters, just check out the description box below and tell me what you think. Give it a like, make a comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. My name is Louis St. Thank you for watching.